Well then, welcome back to another episode on the Hypermine Vanilla 1.9 server. And today, we're working on this a little bit more today. I've just recently stopped it, but it's still working fine. You can see over here, the villager is ready and willing and working, and there's wheat on the floor, and he goes round and doing it. He was a baby, and he grew up, and I made sure that he had all his stacks of seeds in and everything else, and now there's just wheat floating around on the floor. Look, he doesn't pick up the wheat, and he replants all the seeds. He's doing an excellent job. Well done, slave. Crack on. And he's now isolated in there. Nothing can get into him, and nothing can get out. Well, he can't get out. Yeah, he's stuck in there collecting this stuff. And the Hypermine car is doing a great job of just going round, collecting all the wheat that he drops and bringing it into here. And for the short time that it's been going, relatively, because I load the chunks, and so it's only when I'm around able to do stuff that it's actually loading up, it's gathered up quite a lot of wheat and seeds for me. For absolutely no effort on my half, apart from when I built it. Apart from building it last episode. So it's all going according to plan. It's all working wonderfully. He is doing a great job, the system is working, and now I want to turn it into something and do a few little tweaks. The first thing I want to do is stop villagers from getting into the mechanics of it, because already they've come along and they wander down here and they just go, what's this? And then they stay here and they're in the way. So I've got to first of all build a structure around it to stop them from getting in there. Yes, you, I'm talking to you. And I've also considered that I want to maybe bring this whole setup back a few spaces, as this could be the first part of the detector rail. I could literally move the whole thing, detector rail and all, the same setup, back 3 blocks into there. So that means that my chest output will be back 3 blocks, which will be here, or here, yeah, here. And that means that my wall around can be slightly different. And that'll give me a bit more space over here and a bit more space to work. I'm going to make this edge of the farm here the wall to this room here. So, yeah, that's kind of the first thing that I want to do. But I wanted to show you guys first, before I moved on, just how well it's working. Just in case I break it. Alrighty, well, now I've got a little viewing room. Well, it's got a roof on, so it's not quite a room yet. But it is almost 4 walls. I'm kind of working on the design at the same time as the functionality, which is potentially putting me off. I've got the general room shape. I'm going to have a door each side. General room shape. General design is going to be similar to most of these kinds. But I went with a little bit more smooth stone in it for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bit more upmarket because it's going to be a farm. So therefore, it's a bit richer. So it's not falling apart quite so much because people are buying all the wheat from this farmer's field. Here we go. So, what have I done? I've moved everything back a few blocks that way. And on top of that, instead of it just going straight into a chest here, I've got it going into an extra hopper. That hopper tries to go down into this hopper. So the items, seeds, will try and fill this hopper if they can. And as soon as this goes up to, 22. So as soon as it goes up to 23, the comparator here sends a signal out that's strong enough to light this redstone here. When it lights this redstone, it powers the block below it, and then the repeater sends out to there, which turns off the torch, allowing this hopper to start moving seeds into this chest here. So I'm basically taking the seeds out of the equation. So all seeds coming across here will go down. Yeah, and when this is over 24, then they will go down again. And then they will go through here into this disposal area. Now, the wheat is all that goes into this way. And while I've been setting this up and building the house, that's how much wheat I've gained from the farm. Quite a lot, quite a bit. Now I'm debating whether to take the wheat up into a silo or down into an AFK cow farm. Now I wanted to do a cow farm, but I could take it up into a silo and then take the wheat out of the silo and use it how I want, either putting it into an AFK farm or not, or I could have it automatically going down into an AFK farm. And with the seeds, I probably just need to figure out how to fit my redstone in to automatically dispose of it into a lava pit or something, just to get rid of the seeds straight away, because I don't need seeds for anything. Well, the building itself is sorted. That's one thing. Baby villagers are busying themselves around the village, so everything's booming. I've added some more doors, as you can see. I've gone back to that almost original design that I did over there to do just something slightly different, but still that kind of design over here. Just to cover it over, this is the wheat farmer's house. It's quite a, well, it's quite a okay build. It's fairly standard. It's a little bit bigger than the dark oak pub, but that was nothing I could do about that really. Four, and then a roof on the top, and to make the roof look interesting, I had to go up slightly more. I could potentially bring the roof down one more, but I kind of like it that it's got the height. When you're coming in from this sort of direction, it's kind of got a nice height. I've got the floor down for the pathways to bring you round and about and into there and around there and all that kind of stuff. And inside, we've got a couple of pillars. One, because I needed a pillar to be able to get up to the top, but I don't really need the pillar anymore to get up into here because it's not meant for villagers, but it does allow me to come up and just have a look out this way and watch the villager. Maybe it's an AFK position if I want to just AFK and get some wheat going, that kind of stuff. So it's nice and safe. It also, I don't know, it kind of adds a feel to the place when you're coming in. Maybe, but that's not really necessarily the thing. And then down in the basement, we've now got a little hatch here so that I can have a look and make sure the cart's moving around. And if it isn't, I can go and fix it. And then we've got all of the redstone all sorted out down here. I done the one little detail was just put a little clock on a dispenser. So the wheat seeds come along here, go down into the dispenser, a little comparator clock, so if anything goes in here, it will start dispensing it and clicking it off with a little torch over there. I show, it's exactly the same design that I used in the Skelly farm to get rid of all the armor. But that goes this way into a lava pool down there. And I surrounded the lava pool in white clay blocks. So if I ever see a white clay block, I know that I've got redstone on it. And in that case, white clay block, and I've got lava on it. Either way, I'm not going to be breaking white clay blocks in the middle of this desert because it's probably got some redstone on it. So just to check. And then down here, we've got a cascading hopper array. So the hoppers just basically feed down to the next place, into the next place, into the next place, until eventually all the wheat is gathering up down here. And then it will backlog with 1, 2, 3, 4 double chests. At least 4 double chests worth of wheat potential storage at the moment. I could also do an overflow system and all that, but I think I will just not. Because I'm hoping to be getting through it fast enough. And then down in this area, which may be a little bit lower yet, I may need to take it down a little bit because this is just the start. I got to take it kind of down and auto feed a dispenser and a hopper back into itself and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to have a cow farm. To get the cows in, well, I'm under the path here, so I'm going to have to drop the cows in from the path above. So that's good that I'm over a path and not over a building. And then once I've finished with the cows down here, all the breeding and stuff, then that is a chest in the corner of the dark oak pub to be able to do an item elevator up to it. So any of the produce that I get will go up to that. And yeah, I think that's about it for now. Next up, I've picked up some wheat because I've got plenty. And I'm going cow hunting because I haven't actually got any cows at all. So I need to go and find some cows. Alrighty then. So, now for some redstonery. From here, I want to have a hopper that I stand on to feed the animals. I'm going to put the cows in a hole just here. So I want this dropper to be feeding this dropper, and I want that chest to be feeding down into this dropper, and any wheat that doesn't go into my inventory will go into the hopper and go down. So it's like an AFK fishing farm, dispensing the fishing rod type stuff. That's basically the idea for that. And then we're going to need to have a block there that gets powered. I guess I'm going to need a couple more blocks here as well. Let's take these ones out. Let's put that there, and 2. Yeah. We'll have a repeater going in on 3 ticks with that there. We'll put a block on top of that, and that can have a torch on it, which will power it. That'll power this dropper. Yeah. Now we just need to turn that into a little clock. Well, the quickest way would be to have these 2 receiving power out of there like that. But instead of having it so that it's connected up like that, we'll have it so that we've got that disconnected power in this block, and this one's disconnected power in that block. And then I guess if I reconnect that, it should click away. There we go. So that's set up a clock. It's kind of like a burnout clock, but because it's on a 3-tick delay there, it slows things down a little bit. And we're going to need another repeater on here. So we'll have another block on top with another repeater going in, if I can reach it. So have another repeater going in there on 3 ticks delay. There we go. And put the block on top of that. There we go. So now, let's just test it out. Make sure that's working. So, yep. Well, it started. Yep, there we go. So that'll do a steady supply of wheat from the dropper into my inventory while I'm standing here to feed the animals. That's the plan there. Okay. Well, we can stop that now. Thank you. Take those. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. See, I need a way to turn off the clicking. So, to turn off the clicking, let's bring this along here. And put a lever on there. And a little bit of redstone there. That will turn this repeater off here. And the clicking you can hear is the seeds being dispensed. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So that turns it off. And back on again. Yes. Because that repeater powers the block, which powers the redstone in there, which turns this torch off, which stops this coming out, which stops these going on. When this is turned off, that repeater is off and on with the settings. Yeah, that does it. That works. Okay, so now we've got that set up. So I've got it to turn off when I want it off. I need the hoppers back on in here. Let's put that one in there, that one in there, so I can start filling up with wheat. Yep, and I'll throw a torch there. Actually, I need to have a space here, so I'm going to have that like that. Nope. This is why I've done so much off camera, look. Okay, and I need to build up like a hole here for where the cows are going to go. And I want this bit covered up as well. So down into the hole there, yeah. Okay, so while I'm standing here, the wheat can hit this wall, or this wall goes into the hopper, unless it goes into my inventory. And I'm going to stand above the cows, feeding them there. Alright, well, I figured that's where I need to get my cows, so didn't get too far away from them, which is good. I got a few bread up in there, I just need to get them down into there. I might try and get the babies in, it might be easier. Then I've got a breeding stock up here and get the babies into there. And then let the babies grow up, and sort the job out. But I think I'm on the right lines in thinking that the trapdoor will hold the adults up, but the babies will fall down. So if the adults stay in this block here, babies will fall through the trapdoor and down into a water stream, which will go along here, kill them, and send the brother drops up there. But first, we've got to get in here. Now, we also want to send a water source block into this block here, so that it makes the cows pop up, so it'll be easier to breed them. Now, no, that's not going to work. I think I can do this. Yes, and then have that there to catch them. Okay, and what I want to do is try and set this up as a trigger based on the on-off switch. So when I turn it on, and it starts flicking out like that, when it does that, I want that signal to come down and also release the water to make the cow start bobbing. But it's pretty close to this right now. But then again, it's the same signal, so we should be okay. I should be able to take that signal from this block. Do I need to invert it or not? If I put that there, is that off? Yes. So that's currently off, and then that's on. It is flashing though, which means that it will not constantly do it, which is not good to me. Okay, so I need to take the signal maybe out of this block then. The block that isn't directly powered. Okay, well I'll mess around with that and figure that out. But first of all, I need to get these guys into this hole. So first things first, let's get down. Get that out, thank you. Keep this wheat nice and safe. It's all very valuable resource. Look how much wheat there is now though, tons of it. And let's block this off here so they can only fall straight down into it. Let's get the first few down and hope for the best then with being able to turn it on and off. A permanent water source may be just as effective as a water source turned on and off, but I do want to consider the fact that that might cause a little bit of lag around here. And I don't really want to cause any lag around here because this is my home. Alright, so now take you two out. Yes, okay. And now I need that wheat because, oh, you are going to go in there, are you? Are you going to get squeezed into there? Are you going to squeeze each other? Are you going to squeeze it, please? Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. Down you go. Down you go. Down you go. Down you go. Yes. There's one down. And the second down. Go on. Down you go. Down you go. Down you go. Oh, come on. Anyone else want to join them? Go on. Get out there. Join them. The best bit about working with villagers and animals, never work with them. That's a guaranteed success, that is. Look at this. Get in. Get it. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. I should have used full blocks, maybe. Oh, dang it. Okay. Well, I need a second one in there, don't I? Get in. Go on. I should use full blocks instead of fences. That's my problem. It was going so well until the cows got stuck over the hole. Okay, trying again. This time, baby, come this way. Okay, so if I take these two off, then they're probably going to be attracted to me and come through this way. Babies, come on. Alright, let's clear the night and the bad weather. Hey, come over here. I didn't really ask you to, did I? Okay, you get in there. Get in the hole. 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 There you go. Okay, any more for any more coming in? Can I breed any more now? No, I've only just bred them. Come on over here then. Come on. If I break that, are you then going to be able to? Come on then. Come on then. Come on. Oh. Yes. It's herding cattle, isn't it? Come on then. That's it. This way. This way. Yes. 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 And you. Come on. That's it. Come on. Are the babies not as stupid as the mum is? Okay, let's give you a push then. Fine. You go in. You're going in. You're going in. You're going in. You're going in. Yes. Alrighty. Okay, so now that can get blocked off. And this can all get knocked down. But just in case... Oh, no, actually, no just in case. I don't need this up at all ever again. Because even if it doesn't work out, I will be having to deal with them down there instead of bringing them back up or fetching some new ones. I'm not going fetching some new ones. It took me ages to fetch some new ones. It took me about an hour going out into the middle of nowhere, into the wild, to go and get those cows in the first place. So I hope this is all very, very successful by the end of it. Let's just throw another couple of torches down. I never trust not enough torches down here. Okay, so now I need to put a fence above their heads so they don't bounce out. There we go. Break all this glass. I don't worry about the expense of glass because I live in a desert. I've got plenty of sand. There we go. So now I stand here and I can breed them down here. Yes. Okay. Bouncing in water would be better though, eh? Now, babies fall through. Yes, they do. Okay, but the adults don't. That's good to know as well. Alright, so then we will have the babies coming along here and getting killed and then going up there. Yes, okay. So, all my initial testing has been successful. That's good. I like that. The first few cows that we got in there, I've bred them up and sorted out some babies coming down here. Got a little water well coming down here. They come along here and they just sort of sit, waiting to grow up. As soon as they grow up into that water block and drown perfectly humanely, I'm sure. And then their goodies go into the hopper down here, which just sits there. At the moment, it just sits there. Now, I'm planning on taking this across and putting an item elevator up to that chest to deposit all of the goodies up to there. So, leather and everything all up there. So, all I have to do now, I think, now it's all proven in theory, is to work on just getting a stock of cows in there so it's quicker process. I've got a button here now. Instead of connecting it to the on-off switch, I decided to have a water on-off instead because the redstone was a bit too compact for my liking. It was too close to the other redstone and I wasn't sure about it. So it simply goes down to a redstone signal there, down to there and across up to there, and that turns it on. So we push that, everything lights up, which gives a signal to the dropper, to the dispenser, to dispense the water, and the cows start jumping frantically. For some reason, though, I thought that I was going to need to somehow turn the water off momentarily to allow the babies to drop, but it seems that I can breed them, and the babies still fall down through the water stream and go down and out this way. Look, they still fall through and then they go down to this area to wait to be well, dead, I guess. And so far this setup hasn't proved any problems. I'm thinking though maybe I need to do something a little bit different. Having glass blocks here maybe not a good idea, because if I have non-glass blocks, as in solid blocks, when they grow up they will automatically have their heads in the solid block and suffocate. So I don't really need the water necessarily, I could just have the whole thing being solid blocks. So they will float down as far as they can, and then the water stream will also carry any drops when they die. I think that should work. So what I've got to do is I've got to close the trapdoor there, breed them up a little bit, get a good stock of cows in there so that when I start breeding I get loads of babies coming through every cycle. And then it's all AFKable. I can just sit here with it on, fill my inventory full of stuff, like a load of cobble or something, so that I've only got one stack of wheat available here. And then I can just keep feeding them by right-clicking constantly. And any wheat that doesn't get used up will just fall into the hopper and get put back into the system. And all in all, that is a pretty good AFK cow farm, as far as I can tell. I'm quite pleased with it. Happy with that. and throw that back in there just for good measure. Yeah, I'm pleased. I'm pleased that it's all working. Now all I've got to do is just do a simple item elevator, which I've done previously over at the Skelly farm in this kind of area here. I've just got enough space left to do the redstone for it to send the items up and link a hopper into the bottom dropper so that they can send them all the way up. It's pretty good. I'm pleased. So that's the second automatic AFK farm sorted out. This one's filling up nicely with the wheat, and they both work together in conjunction. So I like it. I'm happy with it. So apart from maybe the downstairs part of the build, it looks a bit scruffy because all I've used is cobblestone. I may consider tidying it up a little bit once I've got all the mechanics in place. But I was, I don't know, just have a sort of a basement cellar area. It's kind of okay. It's kind of okay. I can't really hide the redstone behind walls or anything. I can just kind of hide the whole setup underground, and therefore it doesn't matter if it's cobblestone. So yeah, I hope you like the build today. I hope you like the idea of the concept farm. Hopefully I'll be able to show that it's very successful in future episodes, and I will be here next time for some more Hypermine Vanilla 1.9. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.